Guntersville Square's one and only radio station. I'm your host. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd, 2002, and we are in Guntersville, Alabama, with a high of 58 and a low of 31. There will be no rain today. Today, we will be hearing more about King Oedipus, but first, the toy store owner has requested to hear about carnivorous plants, so let's get to the show. Plants are famous for photosynthesis. I mean, it's pretty cool to be able to get energy directly from the sun, but there are other nutrients that plants need to live. They usually get these nutrients from the soil. Some places, though, like acidic bogs, have very little nutrients in the soil. So if you can't get nutrients from the soil, where do you get it from? Simple, by eating animals. There are over 500 species of carnivorous plants, and a couple different ways these plants get their food. Let's go over a few. The Venus flytrap is the poster child of carnivorous plants. The flytrap has specialized trigger hairs that trigger the jaws to close when live prey touches them. You might have noticed that I said live prey. That's right, these trigger hairs are so specialized that they can tell the difference between a fly and a raindrop. When the prey touches the first trigger hair, the trap doesn't close yet. It only closes if a second trigger hair is touched within 20 seconds, or the first hair is touched twice with rapid succession. Only then does the trap snap shut and begin digesting the prey. Now, the Venus flytrap also requires flying insects to pollinate it. How does it prevent these bugs from being eaten? Its flowers grow on a very long stem, so it's far enough away from its jaws. The pitcher plant, in contrast to the Venus flytrap, doesn't rely on rapid movement to catch its prey. Instead, it uses a pitfall trap. The pitcher, in its name, refers to the pitcher shape of its specialized leaves that form the trap. The prey is lured into the trap by nectar and fun colors. When the prey perches on the edge, it finds the lip of the trap is slippery and falls in. As it falls, the downward pointing hairs prevent it from escaping, and it ends up at the bottom in a pool of liquid. This liquid drowns it and then digests it. Most animals eaten by these plants are insects, though some pitcher plants are large enough to eat small mammals like mice. In 1847, an article was published in New York World discussing the discovery of a carnivorous plant that was able to eat a grown man. The article stated that an explorer named Carlichi was in Madagascar when he stumbled upon the Makoto tribe performing a human sacrifice by feeding a person to a carnivorous tree. This tree had vine-like appendages that would wrap around its prey tightly, strangling the prey. When the prey was dead, the vines would then completely wrap the prey and begin digesting it. It was later discovered that this article was a total fabrication. There is no Makoto tribe, and there is no human sacrifice ritual involving carnivorous trees. Also, this species, while native to Africa, is not found in Madagascar. That's enough about plants for today. Let's get back to Oedipus. The crowd of citizens discussed what they had heard. Was what Tiresias said true? Was Oedipus the murderer? Was Oedipus the cause of their plague? It can't be true. Oedipus was a good king. Oedipus rescued them from the Sphinx. As the crowd murmured, Creon arrived, looking confused and concerned. Citizens, I just heard word that Oedipus is accusing me of trying to overthrow him? Creon spoke to the crowd. Did he really say that? I would never hurt Oedipus. I'd rather die than hurt him. Why did he accuse me of this? What did I do to make him distrust me so? A man stepped forward to answer him. Perhaps he said it out of anger. Maybe he wasn't thinking straight. Did he say I convinced Tiresias to utter lies? Creon was struggling to figure out why his brother-in-law was suddenly so distrusting. He did, the man admitted. Was he serious? Creon hoped that he wasn't. I do not know what goes on in his head. Here he comes now. You! Oedipus emerged from the palace, furious to see Creon. What are you doing here? How dare you come to my house? You murderer! You usurper! Do you think I am a fool, or did you just think you were that clever? This attempt is ridiculous and poorly planned. You didn't even have the support needed to overthrow a king. Wait. Creon was blindsided by Oedipus's accusations. Give me a chance to defend myself before condemning. You are a snake with a silver tongue. Why would I waste my time listening to your lies? Just listen to me. You have betrayed me. Don't be so stubborn. You need to use common sense. And you shouldn't be hurting your family and think you can get away with it. I agree, but you need to tell me how I've hurt you. Did you or did you not persuade me to send for Tiresias, that prophet? Yes, and I stand by that decision. How long has it been since Laius? Since what? What does Laius have to do with this? Since Laius was killed. That was many years ago. Was Tiresias skilled in prophecy back then? Yes. Back then he was honored for his wisdom, like he is now. Did he ever mention me? No, not as far as I know. Did you investigate the murder? We did, but we didn't find anything. Why did this prophet not speak up? I don't know. Then if Tiresias was not working with you, why would he accuse me of the murder? He said that? Creon stared at Oedipus as the pieces started to click into place. That's why Oedipus was so mad. I think I should be the one asking you questions. Ask all you want. After all, I'm not the murderer. Tell me this then. Are you married to my sister? Yes. And do you two rule this land as equals? Of course. Whatever she wants, I will give her. And am I not equal to both of you? That's why this betrayal is so hurtful. Oedipus, think this through. I have no motive. I can get everything I want just by asking you, and I don't have to do any kingly duties. I would be worse off if I became king. If you really don't trust me, go to Apollo's shrine and question the prophet I spoke to. If you find evidence that I did plot to overthrow you, then execute me, but don't accuse me without any proof. Creon made a good point, but if Oedipus was wrong about this, that meant Tiresias was right. That he was the murderer. I have to handle conspirators quickly. I can't just wait around giving them time to hurt me. So what do you want? Do you want to exile me? No, I want you dead. You are just going to be stubborn. You won't listen to me at all. I can't trust a single thing you say. You've gone mad. I'm sane enough to defend myself. You should be protecting me too. I'm your brother-in-law. You are a treacherous man. And what if you're wrong? I still have to govern. Not if you do it poorly. Thebes is my city. It's my city too. Hearing all the commotion at her door, Jocasta, Oedipus's wife, and Creon's sister emerged from the palace doors. You foolish men. Why are you arguing in such a silly way? There is a plague going on. Are you not ashamed to be having a fight in front of all these people? Oedipus, get in the house. Creon, go home. Creon was relieved to see his sister being a voice of reason. Sister, your husband is trying to have me killed. Yes, I caught him committing treason, Oedipus shot back. I would rather die than do that. Oedipus, for the sake of the gods, trust him. He swore an oath. Just do trust him. For me and those around you. Jocasta held Oedipus's shoulder. The man who had been speaking to Creon spoke up. I beg you, my lord, agree with her. What are you asking me to do? Oedipus turned from his wife back to the crowd. Trust Creon. He has never been a foolish man, and he did make an oath. Are you aware of what you're asking me? Yes. Then say exactly what you mean by this. You should not accuse a friend based on a mere story that might not even be true. You should understand that means you wish to exile or kill me. No. By Helios, may I die the most miserable of deaths if I harbored such a thought. The man clutched his chest. But the plague has already worn us down enough. We don't need you two fighting to add to that burden. Fine, let him go. Oedipus waved his hand dismissively. Creon stepped forward, getting into Oedipus's face. You are obstinate. When you lose your temper, you go too far. But men like that find it most difficult to tolerate themselves. Why not go? Just leave me alone. Oedipus looked down at his brother-in-law. I'll leave. Creon turned and stormed away from the crowd. My lady, will you escort our king inside? The man said in a hushed voice. I will, after I find out what happened here. Jocasta looked over the crowd. So the man explained to her what had happened, and Jocasta led Oedipus back into the palace to have this conversation in private. Listen, there's no need to worry. No human has skill in prophecy. Let me tell you. King Laius once got a prophecy that he would be killed by his own child, but instead he was killed by robbers at a place where three roads met. Jocasta explained, trying to soothe her husband. Besides, Laios bound her child's ankles and had a man leave the baby in a remote part of the mountain. His prophecy didn't come true, so you don't have to concern yourself with any of these prophecies. Wait, Oedipus was surprised to hear that small piece of information. What is it? Did you say Laios was murdered at a place where three roads met? That's what I heard. Where? Where did this happen? In Focus. Two of the roads lead there, one from Delphi and the other from Dulilia. When did this happen? We learned about it just before you became king. Oh, Zeus, what have I done? What is it? What's wrong? That's not important. Tell me, Laios, how tall was he? How old was he? He was tall. His hair was turning white. He had a similar build to you, actually. This is terrible. I may have cursed myself. What do you mean? I'm scared to ask this, but I must. Did Laios have a small escort with him or a troop of soldiers? He had 5 men, including a herald, and he rode in a carriage. Who told you this? A servant, the one who escaped from the murderer. Is there any chance he's here right now? No, he begged me to send him to the fields on the outskirts of town, so I did. I need him here, immediately. That can be arranged, but why? I need to see him. I will make sure he comes, but you need to tell me what's got you so worked up. Oedipus began to tell her a story, but we won't be hearing that story today. Thanks again to the restaurant owner for this request. It's quite interesting watching Oedipus trying to solve this murder while trying to deny some of the information given to him. Oh, I have a note from the boss that I missed. Please send the note that the bookstore owner left so I can review it. I don't think I was supposed to read that on air. Sorry. Anyways, tomorrow we will get to hear the tale Oedipus shared with his wife. Until then, you'll hear from me again yesterday, today, tomorrow, and the rest of your lives. Goodbye!